Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. When we left off last time, we finished up the dreaming quest. We now know that we need to meet up with Dandelion, and also we saw a happy ending for our godling and Corrine Tilly. And now Dandelion has something new to say.
The Witcher had a dream. In it, Ciri and I, the bard Dandelion, were reunited. Geralt now knew that to find Ciri, he would first need to find his dear old friend.
And I am excited to find my dear old friend. We heard Zoltan's voice in this brothel that Dandelion has inherited. It's going to be wonderful to see them again. Is that a pillow hanging out on the doorstep?
Next time I'll rip your fucking legs off and shove them up your arse till you've toes for teeth.
Hey, Zoltan. Well, get in there, Geralt. We gotta talk to our friends.
Geralt, in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't gone more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs.
Dandelion? Ugh.
All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out. Care to join me?
Absolutely.
With pleasure.
Level 5. Oh, you guys are going down, no problem.
Ready to surrender.
We're just gonna punch them? Okay. Probably best that we don't just go around town murdering people.
Yeah, almost like we never left Bergen.
Oh, they're running out. Okay. Get out of here, vagrants. No, I understand. They're just looking for some place to live, too. But, this place is spoken for. More of you upstairs? Or was that the last of them? That's the last of them.
Pleased. That went well. Now we can greet each other like the gods ordained. Ages, pal.
Hey, Zoltan. You look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no Mahakaman meat to be found, but Redanian lagers standing in just fine. You, though, you've withered a bit.
Withered?
Something worrying you?
No, I don't. He cares about Ciri, too. We gotta tell him.
It's about Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognize her. How many years is it now? 6? 7? But what'd she be doing here?
Well, that's the question.
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
See her in your dreams?
Couple times. Her and the Wild Hunt.
Oh, not good.
No.
Not at all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
We've a wee problem there.
Where is Dandelion?
Where's Dandelion?
I'd like to know that myself. Maybe he could explain what the hell's going on. Well, just barely returned, as you saw. Expecting to come home to a hot like a boar and some cold ale. What do you find instead? A shite storm. Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. Have no clue what happened.
Well, let's look around.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Prime idea. I say we start on the ground floor. It's where he sat and wrote.
He left his loot, so that's not something he would do if he were planning on going and not coming back. Now I have to check, because it looked like there was... Is this a picture of himself over here, like, looking all majestic? It totally is, isn't it?
A note from a grateful muse.
Okay.
Reading someone else's letters.
My visage red and hot, I plunged into purest ecstasy, imbibing its nectar. Your dexterous digits on my soul's yearning chords.
Oh my goodness, look at this fanciful picture. Dandelion, when have you ever even wielded a sword? And what's this that he's pretending he's killed? Is it some kind of... It's hard to tell. A dragon, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Dandelion.
Nose is too small.
Hey, the sword's too big. By the by, is that how it's done? Killing a wyvern?
Oh, wyvern.
Technique's not quite right, but you gotta admit he's doing it with gusto.
Oh, and there's my stash. Excellent. Is there anything I need to put in there? Do I care about Magram, or do I want to sell it? I might end up selling it. It's worth a lot. Alright, we don't need to mess with this right now. We should ooh! What's this then? Okay, is that the only thing? No, there's other red stuff. Okay.
Annual balladry contest. Silver laurel awarded to Master Dandelion.
Prince Hereward themselves did the honours. And the feast afterwards, to celebrate the laureates. Dandelion taught a swine to yodel, and I... another time.
So it seems like he was pretty well settling in here. Getting all his trophies and stuff on. Up.
Get out, pal.
Ah, Zoltan, it's so good to see you, buddy. Alright, what else have you guys got going on in here? I don't think they care if I take that. Do you not want the ladle? What's this?
The faculty of Oxenford University is honored to grant Julian Alfred Pancratz, Viscount de Letenove, the title of Master of the Seven Liberal Arts.
Keep forgetting he's got that damn fool.
From the finest vineyards, every last one.
No one knows the fruit of the vine like Dandelion.
Alright, I mean, this seems pretty important. Is this what was sparkling so much a little bit ago? No, that one is. So, let's grab this now then. Letter from Beaumille de Rab. Dear Viscount, once more I would like to convey my thanks for agreeing to grace my son's wedding ceremony with your song. Your presence warmed our hearts, and the sweet notes with which you serenaded us so touched my wife's mother, the Baroness Douvlet, something like that, called in some circles a cold and heartless bitch, that tears of tender emotion appeared in her eyes. Oh! Memories of his poetic prowess, he's got to keep it there. So skilled at his arts that he caused a heartless woman to cry. What do we got here? Letter from a female admirer. The thrust of your hypnotic gaze left my... This word always, visage? I don't know. I think it's visage. Red and hot. The whole world suddenly set to spinning in a whirlwind of oblivion, and I plunged into purest ecstasy, imbibing its nectar. Yeah, this is the choice bit that Zoltan was quoting for us. The music, the singing, you. For that one brief moment, I felt as if I were the lute you so skillfully strummed, and wanted nothing more than for you to put your dexterous digits on my soul's yearning chords. Yeah, that is a letter that Dandelion would be particularly proud of. We're going to leave that be for now, and take a look upstairs. Okay, what do we got over here? Yeah, we got, it looks like maybe a fair amount of rooms without a whole lot going on. This is a lot of space for just two guys. If he's not going to use it as a tavern or a brothel or anything anymore, it's just a ton of rooms. I used to think that I'd want a really big house. Like when I was a kid, I wanted a gigantic fancy house. And then I got older and realized it's just a lot of rooms that you've got to clean, that you never really use, and more space you gotta heat. Just not really worth it. Not that I'd want to live in a tiny house either. You see those shows about people who live in just the really tiny little spaces, and I don't think I could handle that. You need some amount of space. But something like 1,000 square feet or so. That's good enough. Okay. And, well, let's just... Yeah, nothing up here. Although there is a weird red spot on the wall here. What is that? Huh. Okay, let's read the glowing letter. It is down here. totally missed that. Letter from Fran. When will you return to Sidaris? I hope it will be soon, for I miss you terribly. Waiting to see you again literally pains me. If you are to come, send me a message beforehand. I'll ask my mistress for a day off. So, some kind of serving maid or something? Alright, what do I got here? And now, okay, fine.
10 barrels of Toussaint Dry, 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
It sounds like he was planning to run it as a tavern.
That's exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah?
It's his planner.
Dandelion planning. No, he does. I mean, it sounds like maybe he's serious about his business here.
Seems Dandelion's taking the tavern business seriously.
If you only knew. Gives it everything. Not seen him this obsessed ever.
Huh.
Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping among them.
He's got a skill for that?
He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late. The dog.
Is anyone surprised? It could help, though. He could have run afoul of a woman who did something nasty to him. He's angered his fair share of women.
Not a bad idea. Dandelion's pretty loose-lipped. Might have blabbed something to a lady friend that'll put us on his trail.
That too.
That's
that
what
too.
I'm counting on. We should divide these somehow.
No, we should go together, because I've missed you.
Ah, fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Such a...
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off.
Will do.
If you need anything, I'll be next door.
I have a feeling I'm going to need to ask you for some interpretation. Alright, let's read this thing. I'm waiting to see if it... No handy pushing the right stick? Okay. We can find it, no problem. Rosa var atra? Atch? Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into humour's blue. She shunned her lessons in civility, to swing her dwarf with agility. A charming garden enclosed Via in Gildorf. Villa? Via? Villa? I don't know, I see it and think Via, because I took Spanish in high school. So that double L, that looks like Via to me. Molly! Though well she knows the touch of silk and lace, she shuns not straw when gripped in lust's embrace. Gildorf. Villa or Via? Next to the morgue. I think it's Villa. It's an Italian word, right? Like an Italian villa, is that what it is? Anyhow. Okay, so that's where we can find them, it seems like. Vespula. Though timid in looks, no adventure did skip her. My heart melts when she asks, ever had a Big Dipper? Far Corners, laundry near the mouth of the Pontar. Oh, so yeah, she's... Far Corners, I remember. That one's down in Velen. Gildorf, did we pass that one as well? I'd not be surprised. Mirabella. Though her cries are divine when behind closed doors, standing on stage, her squawks are drowned by snores. The Bits, near Pauper's Square, and she's not a good performer, eh? Elihal, a figure most rare, her natural duel. Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool. Tailor's shop across from the tannery. Alright. Let's see what Zoltan makes of all of this.
Still here?
Ooh.
Looking for something?
Just checking to see that everything's in place. Buggers might have hauled something off the awning.
Actually, glad you're still here. Wanted to ask you about someone.
Let's ask him about all of them. Straight down the list.
Though well she knows the touch of silk and lace, she shuns not straw when gripped in lust's embrace.
So she's fairly well-to-do.
Molly. Keeps things tidy for the Baroness Lavalette.
A baroness within reach and he settled for a chambermaid?
Dandelion's not one to judge folk by their station. You know that. Like he says, in the alcove, we're all equals.
Yeah. Guess a true poet observes life in all its aspects, examines it from all perspectives.
I love that picture.
If I didn't know him better, I'd say he was jealous about this Marabella.
Oh, I doubt it. Former pupil. And well, the tales he told me about her.
Doubt I want to hear them.
Probably better off not. Things between them took a turn for the strange at some point.
Meaning?
Maybe she's the one who did something terrible to him.
Took to calling him Christian, referring to herself as Anastasia.
Huh, truly perverse.
He didn't ken half of it. Called him a stallion once. That's the fool took it as a compliment. Till she pulled a bit in the reins into her cupboard. Oh, poor bastard fled out the window.
Alright then, Vespula.
Vespula. Name rings a bell. She threw his knickers out the window.
That's her.
Oh, there's something about him being a scoundrel with a voice like a consumptive pheasant.
That's her.
Threw flower pots at
Oh
him.
yeah, I remember the pots.
Soul flames never die.
Surprised she'd be willing to deal with him again.
Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into humor's blue. She shunned her lessons in civility, to swing her dwarf with agility. Dwarf. Never suspected he'd be so humble.
Dwarfs what Rosa var Atre named her Guahir. Well chosen, eh?
So she's some type of warrior?
But Varatra? Her dad happened to be the Nilfgaardian ambassador?
He is. You know him?
Yeah.
I'd say that.
Well, kind
Had
of.
a brief conversation with him at the palace in Vizima.
Well, then you've a good notion of the kind of bloke he is. Commissioned Dandelion to tutor Rosa and her sister in the art of rhetoric. But we, Rosa, preferred swordplay.
Seems like that could upset her
How
dad.
dare she reject the great bard in favor of a common swordmaster?
More than one, it seems. Week on week, we get fresh gossip about her thrashing another instructor. So bad he resigns.
Ooh, do we get to duel her
Word
then?
has it her dad's now looking to hire her next victim. I mean, instructor.
We're perfect for the job. Oh yeah, we are totally going to ask him about that.
A figure most rare, her nature dual.
Oh, nature.
Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool.
For some reason I thought natural.
Well, seems fascinated with this one.
Misread that.
Not without reason. Never been much for elven women myself, but this one's exceptional. Dare say Francesca Finderbeard be jealous.
You want to take this one then?
Nah, you can have her.
So generous.
Why?
Thank you.
See, elven beauty's like a young Beauclair wine, whereas I prefer vodka straight up.
All right.
Well,
We'll take
know
you at your
about all
word,
I
Zoltan.
wanted to know. Thanks for your help.
It was fun talking to him about them all anyway. Oh man. 5 ladies to track down. And it all sounds pretty exciting, really.
What say you we up over to a brothel this evening? Lice it, you mangy dwarf!
Oh, let it go, Jarrett. Come on, we need another place to hunker down the nights.
Oh, these are the guys that we kicked out.
What the... Look at me! I look like a ploughing beggar to you!
Yeah?
I'm a citizen, temporarily short of a permanent dwelling. Naught else.
Wanna go on looking, be my guest. I'm gonna see.
I think he's wise. Let go of stupid pride. Talk to the king of beggars, and maybe you'll find a proper shelter.
I miss a woman's touch.
Okay. I mean, it seems like if you miss it so badly that you're just going to say that kind of thing to random passerby on the street, like, there's a lot of strumpets who just pay him a bit. I'm sure they'd be happy to touch you.
What do I gotta do to get a lovely palla like yours?
What's going on here?
Die! Be gone!
I can't chase him off. Okay. Right then, let's take a look at our map and get an idea of where we need to go. All over the place. Okay, so 3 of them are in... Oh, they're all quite near, really. I thought we were going to have to go, like, way... No, Far Corners is around here, isn't it? Far Corners is part of... Yeah. Okay. I was thinking we'd need to go much, much further. But no, not at all. Okay, so where am I at the moment? Very close to Vespula, so we might as well go chat with her. We're like right here. Oh, what do we got here? Laundry. Alright. It's pretty straightforward. Didn't even need a sign, you can tell by looking at it, but... Oh, she's in trouble. Bandit trouble.
I will get you every last copper. With interest. Give me a week, please.
Horson's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection. You don't pay...
Help!
What you hollering for, stupid wench? What are you hoping for? A knight in shining armour?
Shining leather, more like.
Keep out of this, greyhead, not your concern.
I need to talk to her, though, so... There's a part of me that thinks... It depends on the situation. So, when I played Vampire the Masquerade, there's a lady who... She made a deal with, like, these mafia-type guys. And she paid them money, and then she's supposed to... No, she owed them money. She needed to pay them in exchange for... I forgot what they did for her. It wasn't protection. I think it was, like, money lent or something. Anyhow. So she's dealing with seedy people, and then she didn't have the money for it, and so she knew that she was going to have to basically whore herself out to the guy she'd made the deal with, because that was the understanding they had if she failed to come up with her the money she owed him. And she didn't want to, so she wanted me to go, like, beat him up or kill his thugs or whatever for her. And I didn't, just on the principle that she went into that deal knowing she was dealing with seedy people who behave in that kind of way. Like, she knew the risks and she decided to take it on, so no, I'm not going to bail her out. So that could be what's going on here. It could be that Vespula paid these people for protection. She knows she's dealing with a rough sort of people. She needs to make sure she's got the money. She doesn't have the money, so, well, you get, you know, what did you expect was going to happen? But it could also be that she doesn't really have a choice. I mean, if they're terrorizing the town, and if it's a situation where it's like, you better pay for our protection, or else you're going to really need protecting from us, I mean, and I don't know, I have a feeling that it's probably more likely that. I might be wrong, but I'm going to err on the side of she's probably in the right here. I could be totally wrong.
Vespula's got someone else's protection now.
Really? Who's that be?
Who do you think, dummy? No, I don't really feel confident speaking for the King of Beggars. This seems like I could start something between the two of them. But I don't, at this point, have a reason to want to. And it could backfire badly on me if they start to fight and then get to the root of it and figure out, oh, it all started with something this Geralt of Rivia said. Let's both work together to take care of him. So, no, we'll just stand for myself.
Mine offered her a better rate.
All right. So, let's see if you're a good bargain or just cheap shit.
Let's do. Okay, watch out. I want to stab these ones that are down. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And your turn. Apologies if I got any blood on your laundry.
Covered in blood, all of it. So much work for naught.
I did. Sorry.
No need to thank me. There was nothing.
Sorry. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful, but everything I had, I just lost.
It'll come off. If she gets to it quick, it might, but if she leaves it there, it's going to soak right in and stain. Is this callous, or is this trying to reassure?
Relax. It'll come out in the wash.
Of course it will. Just got to soak it in white vinegar, but that's not my point. Junior shan't forgive me. Either I'll close up shop myself, or he'll burn me down.
Sorry. Didn't think about that.
A woman's lot. Men have their fun and we're stuck with a mess. Oh well, I suppose I must move to Oxenfurt. Professors need clean undergarments too.
Might be a safer city. I mean, that is a point. I could have just paid him off. Although then she'd have to deal with him again. I just now noticed the griffins dancing on the pommel of his sword, and I really like that detail. Anyhow, yeah. I mean, yeah, it does make things rough for her. I should have not done that. I don't know. If she's in a situation... This is just me making justification. If she's in a situation where she has to deal with this kind of threat anyhow, it might be better to find somewhere else entirely to operate. I think Oxenfurt would be better. I could be wrong, but it is the city of scholars, and if she's just washing the underwear, like she said, for your scholars and stuff, it seems like likely to be safer than dealing with this. It also didn't... Well, there were witch hunters there. They didn't seem as open about burning people in the streets, though, so there's that. Although there is a really, it's a dangerous trip to get to Oxenfurt, so, I mean... Well... Sorry, Vespula. I need to talk to you about Dandelion.
Don't know if you remember. We've met.
I don't... Wait, I know you. You're that witcher I near clobbered with a vase.
Yeah.
Well...
When you kicked Dandelion out, through the balcony. Actually, he's the reason I'm here. Know where he is?
Probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Probably, but...
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back, saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm.
That's Dandelion.
'Twas the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
What's this about the washerwoman at the bathhouse?
Dandelion ask you about other washerwomen? Not terribly subtle even for him.
Maybe he likes some sudsy.
Maybe. But what did he ask about, exactly?
Oh, this and that, really. What's it like at the bathhouse? Have I got any friends there? What are their working hours? I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern.
Could be.
Maybe I got all in a huff for no reason.
No, you're probably dead on to get mad at him. It's Dandelion. There's a very good chance he was not being faithful to you, but he might have been asking about the washerwoman for his tavern.
This woman he was with in the harbor. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Covere. Ha! Hordeer, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore. Doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Alright. Well, thank you for the info.
Thanks for your help.
Looked like she wanted to say something.
Find Dandelion. Anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
Why would it be nice? You're better off without him. It's just going to be the same thing each time. Come on, Vespula. You gotta know that. You're smarter than this. One hopes. Alright. Elahal the next closest, and we talked to... Didn't we see... I thought we saw an Elahal. One that made clothing. But I thought that was a guy. And it was definitely this building, because I remember the name. Yeah, like there's the elf here, and then we went in here, and it was... I bought masks. Yeah, Elahal is a guy. What did his... I gotta check. Where's my Dandelion's notebook? I want to know what he had to say about Elahal. A figure most rare, her nature dual. Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool? Does have a lot of makeup around the eyes. So what, Elahal is really a woman, or Elahal sometimes dresses as a woman? Something like that.
I'm a friend of Dandelion.
Dual nature.
Looking for Elahal.
You've come to the right
Elahal.
spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened? Patch your trousers, darn your socks.
You Elahal?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elahal was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here.
Amazing transformation coming up.
Any better?
So you're...
Anyhow.
Did you and Dandelion...
Girl's like, okay, this is a new one on
How
me.
did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
Well, there's no need to be rude. We're trying to track down our friends. Although he does say he has awfully hairy arms to pass for a woman, but you know, some women have hairy arms too. What? I gotta say, so he's wearing one of those dresses, and these dresses are like, I hate these dresses that have like see how it's got the little line, like right at the bottom of the breast line there? And it works on him because he doesn't actually have breasts. If you have basically no breast, you're fine in something like that. And there's a lot of dresses designed that way, and it's really cute in shirts and stuff too, where they have like that kind of, like the cup sewn in specially like that. But if you have any breast at all, it never fits right. It never lines up. It's very, very frustrating. There's been plenty of clothes that it's like, oh, this is really cute, and then it looks horrible when I have it on me. It does not line up right. Frustrating. Okay.
What happened?
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it.
There's more.
I'm not sure what you're getting.
He put you in his planner.
I should make one thing clear. Men don't interest me. Told him that as well. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
Okay. So it could be that he just thinks this is a fascinating person and wanted to talk to him more. It could be... I'm thinking about the tavern. He was taking the tavern seriously. So maybe he wanted Elihal. Well, I mean, Dandelion likes to dress snappy anyhow. So maybe he wanted clothing for himself, or maybe he wanted clothing that would be proper as owner of a tavern. Maybe he wanted some kind of uniform or something for like his tavern workers. I could see something like that. Yeah, what'd you guys talk about?
What did you and Dandelion talk about? He asked about anything in particular?
Let me think. Had an ordinary chat, really. Although, indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein.
Really?
If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick bird.
About Kalkstein?
In fact, he desperately wished to meet
I'd like to meet with him, but
Kalkstein's in Novigrad?
just for nostalgia's sake.
Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear.
Oh.
The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch
Aw.
Square. But as he perished, the goings-on impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
What'd they spell?
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid, sex flaccid cock.
Good job, Kalkstein. If you gotta go, well, that is a way to do it. All right. Not that it's our business, but I'm curious.
I know this is none of my business, but why do
I dress up? As a child, I dreamt of becoming a Doppler when I grew up.
It would be cool to be
I
able to
became a
switch
tailor
around
instead.
at will.
Discovered clothing. Costumes can express all the complexities of one's personality. I'm a Redanian countess one day, a dockside thug the next. That is true freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Have you never thought to become someone else? Even for a moment? Must be horribly boring being a witcher all the time.
I managed to stay interested.
No, I can totally get where he's coming from, though. I understand, especially because Halloween just passed. I love Halloween because I love dressing up. And it's one of the few reasons that, you know, it's a valid excuse you have to dress up throughout the year, right? So, yeah, it's all kinds of fun to be something or someone else just for a day. Transform yourself for a bit. Yeah, I totally get where you're coming from, Elihal. Makes a lot of sense.
Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button reaffixed or a hole patched.
Yeah?
When did you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket. Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
Maybe he's just interested. I don't know. I think this is kind of a cool character. I'd talk to him more.
Thanks for your help, and nice to meet you.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me.
Honestly, this whole thing makes me really trust his skill with clothing, right? If he's a guy who's passionate about being able to change into a whole other person basically by how you dress, then yeah, I bet he makes some really quality stuff.
Greetings. Come to look over my spring collection, perhaps?
Perhaps. I just want to see what you have again.
Glad to take a glance.
I don't think there's going to be anything new, but...
Please do. If anything chafes or pinches, I can alter it on the spot at no charge.
There's those again. But I already have one of each of them. So, he's just got them back in stock, eh? Ooh, festive slippers. Alright, I don't think we need any of this right now. I just wanted to see what he had.
So long.
I wonder if he's going to stay in this outfit every time I come in here now, or if he'll go back to his... I would assume he'd go back to his regular outfit. Just because if this is, you know, this is his shop, this is where he's working, and it seems like that would be more the image that he would generally portray. The dress only came out because we specifically asked about it. Okay, Marabella next, eh?
Black ones took the Zeta. They'll take note.
There must be order.
Oi, Grey Knight. Need a squire?
Oh, look at those horses up there. You know, I'm trying to enjoy the scenery, and you guys gotta come over here and ruin everyone's day, upset all the townsfolk. Well, I mean, yeah. Next one.
Help! Save me! I'm dying of poverty.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's trying to fix this thing, and here I am, tromping all across it, probably busting up more holes. How rude of me.
Non-human, are you? Look for your kind beyond.
I can be right here within the walls. What are you going to do about it?
My man comes home, blood died, head to toe, every day. It's a waste of words.
Which way do we think we want to go? Oop, oop.
It's a waste of words.
Hey, free boy.
Alright, this looks good. So. Marabella? Is it an orphanage? Maybe she's a teacher?
I am she. Wait outside.
Teacher.
Class is in session.
Yeah, we don't need to interrupt the kiddos.
I'll wait.
It won't take long. It turns out he'll not come after
Great,
you.
like my grandma.
Why not? A rat bit him, and he's caught a fever.
Where'd he get bit?
It hurt him much.
Will he die?
You don't die from rats, stupid.
Yes, you do.
Just the other day I saw a witch hunter tell a man, "You rat," and then he killed him.
Well, not like that. They carry disease.
That's enough. We're done for the day. Gather your things and go home.
circus, because he can swallow salt.
Wonder if the rat catcher will get well.
Like as not.
How do you know?
Mum says that if he but catches a cough, he's as good as in the grave. And this one's got a fever.
So, school teacher, eh? And let's refresh our memory. What did he have to say about Marabella? Her cries are divine when behind closed doors. Standing on stage, her squawks are... Oh, because the students are bored. They'd rather play than go to school. Aha!
Now can we talk?
Yes. What do you want?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh, yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems?
No. We perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe... No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest.
Oh, is this tavern moldy?
When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
He wrote a poem about you.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you. Portrayed you as an unusually talented individual.
Really? Did he mention my poetry?
He did not.
Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any of my work at Dandelion's? Mere exercise is true, but I'd be curious to know what you thought.
They were just great.
No. Didn't see any.
Gee up! A snaky whip rose skyward. Gee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in. The stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Lather bathed its chinny chin.
Oh, okay, that is something else.
Sorry, don't know much about poetry.
This is true. If you want to know the quality of poetry, Geralt is not your guy. Although that was certainly special. So.
See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
Yeah, I mean, come on. He is a grown man. At this point in his life, how old is he? He's like between 40 and 50, most likely, right? So, I mean, this is just who the guy is. It's ridiculous to be like, oh, his heart of hearts is cold. He just needs some discipline and he'll settle down and be faithful. No, he won't. He won't ever. What you see is what you get. Don't expect more. Come on now.
Thanks for your help. Farewell.
There's like nothing else to see here, right? I don't think so. Okay. I mean, I could see if she's got any books or anything to read. You read that before. Oh, she's really into that Fire Swallower book, huh? Or maybe the students are, and it's a good one to get them reading. What shall become of Temeria? What shall? Temeria, a land where milk and honey once flowed. In what did she wrong the gods that they should treat her so cruelly? The Pearl of the North to some, she proved a galloping range for Nilfgaardian cavalry to others. As a country it had survived 2 previous wars against the Empire, it was here that the war's bloodiest battles were fought. It was in Temeria where the most bestial deeds were wrought. It was Temerian civilians who bore the full brunt of these wars' horrors. I'm feeling almost like I might have read this, but I'm not sure. And bear them we did, bravely and steadfastly, until the demise of our great protector, King Foltest. Then Providence turned its fickle face from Temeria. Murdered most treacherously, Foltest failed to leave Temeria a worthy successor, and so all manner of curse soon fell upon her, tearing her apart like so much carrion. She had no more allies then. None remembered that we had once been the armor protecting the north from the designs of the mad dancer, he who had the gravestones of his foes pounded into a ballroom floor. A free and independent Temeria is no more. A dark-faced sun looms over her every rampart, yet we Temerians live on, and always will. As long as folk believe, the usurper who took our beloved capital, Vizima, to treat as his property, will forever peer over his shoulder in fear, for in the shadows lurks not one dagger, but the power of a nation of daggers, waiting to deal justice's blow. That seems like a kind of incendiary thing to have the children reading. Not that I necessarily have a problem with that. Bring your children to Marabella's School for Tots, where they will learn reading, writing, and respect for the gods. We charge no fees, but welcome donations from all. Your generosity is what keeps us going. Oh, that's really nice of her. She doesn't charge anything. Ballads and hymns. Oh, we've read this one. This was the... yeah. So yes, I did take books that the kids could be reading, but let's be honest here, the game isn't really going to consider it that way, like, no, they don't have it.
Where are ya?
The books are put there specifically to pick them up and read them. Okay. Molly? Oh, we're saving Rosa for last. Now, Rosa, it said we can find her. What is she doing here in Novigrad? That seems a strange place for her to be.
My neighbour wench sold amulets to ward off the wind.
Yeah, we can stop in here right quick.
Welcome back. So, interested in some of Erasmus's mementos after all? They're still for sale.
I thought I bought them all.
Show me what you have.
What now? Old wine. And Curious Cases of Virtuous Vega. Yeah, I've already read it. Wait. What was this other book you got? The Horse Whistler. Alright, I'm curious.
Farewell.
Show me about the book I just got. And also, what was that update? I heard the roar. Alright, we'll take a look. So. No, I had the wine already. I just need to pay better attention. Okay. Alright then. So the book I just got should be somewhere in here. Ah, The Horse Whistler. Breaking in a horse's psyche is a simple matter of instilling your will as the rider into your mount, acquiring its trust, and training its obedience. Horses are intelligent, noble beasts, so they should be treated with tenderness and a decisive and firm energy. Mayer, the unquestioned authority in this area, or maybe Meyer, emphasizes that when training one's mount, a rider must be eternally on the lookout for errors in the training itself. Every time the taming process ends in failure, the rider must look for the blocking error first of all in his own actions, secondly in the horse's anatomy, and only in a last resort by concluding the horse has a naturally difficult temperament. Adhering to this principle protects one from undue punishments, which destroy the possibility of reaching an understanding between rider and mount and make it impossible to gain the animal's trust. Well, that was a surprisingly straightforward book. Okay.
Novigrad, capital of the world.
Alright, we need to go. Oh, this is the Lavalettes? Oh, I wanted to save this one. Well, here we are instead.
This baronet's Lavalettes villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Alright. I'll just find another way in.
Geralt of Rivia at my doorstep? Surely this is no chance encounter?
Greetings, Baroness. Greetings, General. You're right. I'm here for a reason.
There's no mistaking you. But for etiquette's sake, Mary Louisa Lavalette, an Imperial General and a Witcher meet, and know each other. Surprising.
Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah, we had an opportunity to, talk when the Emperor summoned me to Vizima.
Had you run afoul of Var Emrys? No. You belonged.
Maybe we shouldn't have said that.
It seems then that you share some.
Yeah, we shouldn't have said that.
But I shan't question you out of doors. Will you accept my invitation? Tell me what brings you here.
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
My maidservant. I'm afraid she's currently at the home of my dear friend Patricia Vegelbud.
Perhaps Geralt could accompany us. He could speak with Molly at the races.
Is that something you'd consider, Witcher?
Oh, I suppose.
Care to partake of some sophisticated diversion?
Well, yeah, if we gotta go there either way. I'll go with you.
Well, if Molly will be there.
On our way, then.
Loading, loading. Here we go.
We've arrived.
Indeed. Yeah, we were here before.
My father owned a similar estate in Bruges. As a young girl, I'd travel there often to ride.
Shall we look at the horses? Do you like horses, Geralt?
Yeah, horses are good.
So, called every horse I've had Roach.
The grey mare is Cantarella, sired by Kahir, the champion from Vol.
Kahir is a horse?
Grey's a nice color. For horses, too.
My coin's on the Black Stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General.
Alright.
Know anything about the chestnut or the bay?
The chestnut is Thunderbolt, a pure-blood Britannian, gallant steed, but too headstrong for my taste, difficult to control.
Oh, well.
And the bay hails from Zerrikania. Lord de Volte acquired him recently. I know little about him, though Zerrikanians are reputed to have incredible stamina.
Alright, so this is going to advance the conversation, so we might as well ask about Molly.
Is Molly a horse?
Pardon?
I did come here to see Molly, after all.
Patience, Witcher. She ought to arrive soon. I asked Molly to join us as soon as she was done with her chores. She shouldn't be long now.
All depends what you asked her to do, milady. But I don't really have a choice. I'll wait.
Alright then.
Seem to know your horses.
No is not the word. Morvran's a true expert.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Oh, very well.
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win, and I shall give you my finest saddle.
Is it the saddle I already have?
Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
It is a nice looking saddle. We gotta wait for Molly anyhow.
Why not? Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Well said. So, which steed do you choose, Witcher?
The Zerrikanian, yeah.
Heard tales of Zerrikanian horses. I'll ride the bay.
I'll not ride with you, but I shall bet on a steed. Nemrod will win, no matter the rider.
Cantarella for me, then. I see no point in delaying this. Let's begin.
Alright. Our first horse race. I should have probably done the ones back in Velen for practice. Oh well.
Riders ready.
Okay.
Let's go. Move it.
Get out of the... Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. We're just fine.
I adore the speed, the rush of air. Come on, Witcher. Let's see what you're made of. Don't spare us.
Just stay in his way and we'll be fine.
I adore the speed, the rush of air. Don't spare the horse.
Well, I don't want to hurt my horse just for the sake of a race either. Seems a pretty jerk move. Alright, we about done here? Alright.
What a thrill! A beautiful victory!
Indeed.
Thanks.
For one for whom every horse is a roach, you carry yourself exquisitely in the saddle.
Well, thank you.
My congratulations. That is yours.
Ooh, superior racing saddle.
Now, could I talk to your chambermaid, milady?
Ah, yes, Molly. That is why you came here after all. The portly young woman. That's her.
There's nothing portly about her.
And you must find us when you're ready to return to Novigrad. We'd be delighted to join you for the journey.
Sure. What do you mean, portly? How rude. Alright, first things first, Molly. Let's look at this saddle we just got. Oh my gosh, I need to sell some of this backup stuff. Anyhow. Exactly the same, but it's going to look differently. Let's call her over. Hey, you. I think the Nilfgaard set, it looks really good on her. It does. They've got very impressive looking horse armor, but I don't really want to run around looking like a Nilfgaardian, so we'll use this saddle instead. And it is quite a nice saddle. Although it does not match her headpiece at all now, but we'll just deal with it. I'm sure we'll find another one eventually. Maybe if we do some racing. Perhaps it'll be a prize. Alright, Molly?
I'm Molly, my lord. Wish to see me?
Call me Geralt.
Geralt? That Geralt? The one Dandelion's rescued time and time again?
Yep, that one.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be here if not for Dandelion.
That's a true statement.
Told me all about your adventures. How he'd ready you for battle with his songs. How he tamed the Kairan by playing...
Yep, that's how it went down.
I meant that literally. Dandelion's why I'm here. Came to ask you about him. Know where he might be?
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other in ages. The Baroness don't approve of our acquaintance. Says Dandelion's a good-for-nothing layabout. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
Or maybe his sister could...
Oh, his sister now.
Such a nice girl.
Tell me about this sister. We don't... She seems nice. We don't need to spoil what's possibly a fond memory for her. So,
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Of course. He came to borrow some coin for...
Oh, you're never going to see that back.
Why do you need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the light of the
How
moon.
romantic is it if he has to borrow the money from you to do it?
Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias. But I've not seen him since.
Oh, this poor girl. And we have to say it anyhow. She seems very sweet and naive. Dandelion, come on.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister.
Sure he does. Saw him himself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
Know where I can find her, Dandelion's sister?
I know. Whenever I ask Dandelion when we visit her, he'd grow all quiet and then change the subject.
Where'd you visit her at? Oh, no, I see. When she asked when they could go visit her. Okay. I misinterpreted that at first.
Molly.
Got it.
Wait. Before you go, I've got a request.
Alright.
Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see them.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks. And good luck to you on your search.
Oh, thank you. Molly, you're a very kind gal. I hope you move on and have a very enjoyable life, and it'd probably be for the best if you don't meet up with Dandelion again, because he's not going to settle down with you and have any kind of relationship you actually want. Okay, they said talk to him when I'm ready to go, and they would come back with me.
Nothing hurts as much as love.
Does that mean they're over here, or I think it's directing me all the way back to town? Is it? Oh, no, right here. Oh no, it is directing. Okay, whatever. It had the little... I should have just looked closer. That's what that little white symbol meant. Oh, there he is, on the back. We'll just climb up past everybody. Alright.
Ah, Geralt, there you are. Shall we return together?
Yeah, I'm up for that. Let's do it.
Gladly. It's a long way to Novigrad. Road ought to seem shorter with some company.
I'd say the same. Well then, let's go.
I mean, we might as well. Yeah, he's Nilfgaardian and all, but it doesn't hurt it wouldn't help to make an enemy out of him at this point. It doesn't hurt to have him think favorably of us, so... Plus, this fast travels me right to where I want to be.
And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Thanks for the saddle.
Likewise. See ya.
The more I think about it, the more I am rather pleased with that saddle, even though the stats are the same as what I had. I prefer the look of it. Well, I don't know. Do I really prefer the look of it? It's hard to say. Okay, Nilfgaardian 1 did look really good. But I don't know. When we have this on her, it does look good too. I mean, the colors are less flashy, but it does have a lot of nice detail. It does look like a well-made saddle. I think if we had other pieces to match it, then it would look a lot sharper. Okay, so now we just need to talk to Rosa, who I'm very excited to talk to, but also, what is she doing here in Novigrad? Her dad was off in Vizima. I kind of want to talk to him to see about... Do I want to do that? Do I actually want to fast travel to... Let's go talk to him real quick. I want to see if he has anything to say.
I'll chase the pansy all the way to the garden.
A deserter from the sky.
Alright, so... Yeah, go there.
Geralt and Yennefer were reunited, but something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward...
This might not do anything, but it just seems like maybe there's a quest. Zoltan said her dad was on the lookout for a new person to train his daughter in the sword, and that is totally a thing that we can do well, so... And the quest updated. Oh, so maybe that means I should have gone and talked to her first, and that she would have sent me... Well, it says find a way into the villa. Why am I suddenly over and what did I even get? No, I'm not over encumbered. What's the... Am I? I'm looking at something wrong. Okay. Yeah, I am. But it says 79 out of 160, right? What's going on here? Alright, well now I'm thinking that perhaps I'm doing things in the totally wrong order. Find a way into the villa. Alright, and it's not saying anything more than that. So let's... I'm nervous and I don't want to screw it up by doing things out of order. So I think we're going to go ahead and go back to Novigrad.
Triss could not help Geralt, yet she did direct him to Kareem Tilly, an Oniromancer and an expert at finding the lost and the missing.
And then maybe after we talk to her here. If we talk to her here and it doesn't send us to her dad for any reason, then we'll just go on our own afterwards and talk to him. Hopefully I've not bungled anything by popping over there right now. Okay, and I can run again. I'm good. Yeah, a bit. No one else is running around like a madman. Alright, I think then I'm going to go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back, and next time we are going to go and find Rosa. I know, I got distracted there. I was wondering if... Okay, so this is the way... Okay, this is the place. So these guys aren't going to let me in. We can totally find an alternate way in. So we'll go in, we'll talk to her, see what she has to say, and then we will pop back into Vizima, talk to her dad, and see if there's any kind of quest we can pick up there as well.